Breaking today, Meghan Markle breaks her agreement with King Charles and Buckingham Palace to leak to her friends at People magazine less than a week after that promised meeting.
Everybody in the family now understands that Meghan is an adversary and needs to be treated as such.
Anybody who leaves their so-called loving partner to face the world's media alone when you've lost a mega court case is certainly not somebody standing by you. And you will also notice what was interesting, that even though they knew about the Emmy nomination.
On Harry's mind is Harry and Meghan, and on Meghan's mind is Meghan, and sometimes Harry.
Most definitely. Well, it's my view that she's pathologically transactional, and she's American. As you know, Americans don't like losers.
Why this matters, of course, is that we know that Prince Harry has in the past directly emailed People magazine. We know that People magazine effectively operates as like the house journal for the Sussexes.
This confused and angry, spoiled brat can never admit he was wrong, can never admit that he's, done a terrible thing in bringing this entire losing case and wasting perhaps £50 million in legal costs.
Everything changed in less than 48 hours. What was supposed to be a private step toward healing inside the royal family suddenly became the center of a growing controversy.
Reporting directly contravenes what Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had agreed with the palace, which was that there was to be no briefing around this visit to try and shape the narrative in favor of one party. But she can't help herself, can she? So this is the cover report where People says the Duchess planned to be by her husband's side for several outings.
According to royal commentators, King Charles hoped the confidential meeting would rebuild trust after years of public tension. But claims soon emerged that details of the conversation had reached the media, reigniting questions about loyalty and discretion.
William was very much across the meeting. He knew exactly why the king wanted to do it. He wasn't having any of it, not interested, but understood. And it goes back to what I was saying at the beginning about the monarchy, how you have to be careful because the king is the king is the king. You get the picture.
Critics argued this was exactly what Prince William had warned about, while supporters of the Sussexes rejected those accusations. Whatever the truth, the fallout had only just begun.
Of course he's going to say yes. He's a kind man, really, the king. He's not going to not want to see his grandchildren.
Okay, is he a weak man, though, Jobbo, too?
Yeah, but, it's difficult, isn't it? You're living with cancer. You've got a certain amount of finite time in your life. I mean, he's seeing all sorts of people behind the scenes. Michael Fawcett, who was got rid of as well. A lot of people being seen in this period. Because, of course, a man living with that, he doesn't know how long he's got. And so he's not going to turn that down. And that may be seen as weakness, but it certainly wouldn't have happened on the Queen's watch, the late Queen's watch. And I don't think it would happen if it was Prince William.
For years, Prince William reportedly believed that rebuilding trust would require far more than good intentions. Royal insiders have claimed he worried that private family moments could eventually become part of a public narrative.
The children were primary. Harry was very low down secondary, and Meghan was not even tertiary. She was way in the back line. But to receive Meghan and do it the way they did was to drive home a point to an adversary.
While King Charles chose forgiveness in the hope of reconciliation, William was said to have remained deeply cautious. At the time, many viewed his concerns as overly pessimistic. But after fresh reports surfaced, some commentators suggested his warnings suddenly carried new weight.
As a victim, and they were always going to leak it. It was a matter of time. Even I thought it was quite quick. How they've leaked.
They can't help themselves.
There'll be more detail that comes out about this, and it will all be positive about the Sussexes. I mean, the reality is that's what they're going to do. They're going to leak, and it's inevitable. I mean, it is inevitable.
The debate was only getting started. The controversy escalated when reports linked to People magazine began circulating. According to critics, the detailed coverage raised questions about how private information had reached the press so quickly, although no direct proof has been publicly established.
The king was always going to receive Harry and Meghan to see those children. It was absolutely fundamental to his interest, and whether Harry knows it or not, to Harry's interests and to the grandchildren's interests.
Supporters dismissed the allegations as speculation, but the timing fueled intense online debate. What began as a private family meeting was now being viewed as another battle over image and public perception.
They've weaponized Archie and Lily to get that reunion with King Charles and Queen Camilla in Highgrove House. This is a couple that know leverage when they see it, and they're happy to use it. And as you say, Invictus, a worthy cause. We love the veterans. It's an amazing sporting event, but it's a public relations vehicle for the Sussexes.
The palace remained silent, allowing even more questions to grow. As reactions intensified, the conversation shifted beyond the reported leak itself. Many commentators argued the real issue was trust inside the royal family after years of public disagreements. Some praised King Charles for choosing forgiveness, while others questioned whether kindness had once again been mistaken for vulnerability. The incident quickly became another chapter in a much larger story about loyalty, family, and reputation. And many believed the consequences were only beginning to unfold. The attention soon turned to the Sussexes' public image. Royal commentators argued that every new headline added to concerns that had been building for years, while supporters insisted the couple continued to face unfair criticism. Social media quickly became divided, with millions debating who should be held responsible. What started as a private family matter had become an international discussion about credibility and trust. For many observers, this felt like a defining moment. Prince Harry found himself at the center of that growing storm. Some royal watchers believed he genuinely wanted to repair his relationship with his father, while others questioned whether too much damage had already been done. His legal battles and ongoing disputes only added more pressure to an already difficult situation. Every public appearance was closely analyzed, and every decision sparked fresh debate. The hope of reconciliation suddenly seemed more uncertain than ever. Meanwhile, Prince William and Princess Catherine continued focusing on their royal duties without publicly responding to the latest controversy. Many commentators pointed to the contrast between the two couples, arguing it strengthened William's image as a steady future king. Others believed the full story remained hidden behind palace walls. Even so, comparisons continued to dominate headlines and public discussion. The silence itself became part of the story. In the end, this controversy became about far more than one private meeting. It reopened questions about trust, forgiveness, and whether the royal family can ever truly move beyond years of public conflict.